Okay, so you guys sent us this short little statement, and it's pretty powerful. If you're not learning, you're falling behind.
Hmm.
And for this deep dive, we're really going to unpack that concise idea
Yeah.
and figure out what it means for you. If you're trying to learn quickly and keep up in this crazy world.
I think it's a feeling that a lot of people have,
Yeah.
especially in a world that's changing so quick.
Right. Exactly. And I mean, you always hear this, right? The world's changing so quickly. Like, yeah, we get it.
Right.
But the source is implying that, like, there are real consequences if you don't keep up. It's not just about, like, knowing more stuff.
Yeah.
It's about, like, actively keeping pace. So how do we actually, like, internalize that without getting totally overwhelmed?
Yeah, I think that's a great question, and I think the key is to shift our perspective a little bit.
Okay.
Instead of viewing learning as an obligation, what if we started to look at it as participating in the world's story?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so think about like any field that you follow. Something that was cutting edge even a few years ago, it might be commonplace now.
Right. Totally.
And if you didn't keep up with those changes, you might miss out on new opportunities.
Yeah. Or even, like, whole ways of understanding things.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes total sense. So this source actually gives us this idea: read, learn, adapt, repeat. Like it's a cycle.
Mm.
Why is that cyclical nature so important when you're trying to learn effectively?
I think it's really about highlighting that learning is not just a one-time thing.
Right.
You don't just learn something and then you're done. It's this constant process.
Okay.
So read is that first step. It's about taking in information, right?
Mm.
Identifying, like, what are the core arguments here? What are the key takeaways,
Okay, so you read something new.
right? And then learn is the next step. So you're connecting that new information to what you already know, maybe even questioning your own assumptions.
And then adapt is where it becomes real tangible.
Mhm.
So how does this new understanding change the way you see things or the way you act?
Oh, that's cool. So you're actually, like, taking action.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're making a change because of what you learned.
I like that.
Yeah, and then repeat. That's the key.
Right.
You start the whole process over again with new information.
So it's not just about, like, desperately trying to learn everything all at once.
Right.
It's about building that habit of being engaged with the world. Like, even if you just make, like, small, consistent efforts to read and learn and adapt.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because even those small efforts keep you moving forward.
So what does falling behind actually look like?
Well, I think it can be subtle. You might start to feel a disconnect between what you understand and what's happening in the world,
Okay.
or you might feel less equipped to deal with new challenges.
Hmm.
But by continuously learning, you can really prevent that from happening.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I think what's so interesting about if you're not learning, you're falling behind, is that it's so simple. It's a very direct call to action. So what is something practical that someone could do right now?
Well, maybe think about an area where you feel like your knowledge is a little outdated, or maybe something new that you're just curious about.
Right?
And then commit to even just a little bit of time each day to read and learn about it,
Yeah.
like even 15 minutes a day.
Yeah, just start that cycle.
Exactly.
And I think that's what makes it really stick, right? That adaptation phase.
Yeah,
It's not just about knowing more. It's about doing something with that knowledge.
totally. Knowledge is powerful when you use it.
Right. So maybe you change how you do something or you see new possibilities.
Yeah.
Like you can experiment with applying what you learn in small ways every day.
Exactly.
So the big takeaway here is that we need to be constantly learning and adapting. It's that loop. Read, learn, adapt, repeat.
Right.
It never ends.
It really doesn't.
No.
It's an active process.
And that idea of having a curious mind and being adaptable. It's not just a good thing to have. It's, like, essential in a world that never stops changing.
Absolutely.
So thinking about that, what is one small thing that you, listening right now, can learn or adapt today to make sure that you're not stuck in the past tomorrow? Just take a second to think about that in your own life.